In this video presentation, we're going to take a look at installing the RIP software. Let's get started. When you receive your RIP software package, you'll find it contains a standard USB flash drive. This contains our RIP installer software as well as some printer drivers and media profiles. Secondly, there's also the hardware key, and this is what's needed to be plugged into the computer in order for the RIP software to run. This controls the licensing. Before we begin plugging in the USB key and then the USB installer and launching the installation program to begin, we should have consideration about our system requirements. We also have this documentation of system requirements on our website. Under products, we can take a look at the product that you have for your installation, and you'll find at the bottom of the screen is going to contain a list of the system requirements necessary. I would also like to mention before we begin the installation, we have a video that talks about steps we need to do before we begin this installation process. So please refer to that video as well on our website. At this point, we can install the USB hardware key and then the USB flash drive with the program installation. Once we've made sure that we've accomplished those steps before we begin to install, we're able to go through and double-click on our install executable. Our installation guide splash screen will appear, and again, take note of our installation requirements, which again are also mentioned in our other video on our website before installation. We'll then select the install button. We will see the end user license agreement screen, and we can check in the lower left corner, agree to these terms and conditions, and then click yes. Then we'll be prompted with one more message that's just stating that this may take a while. We'll click OK, and the installation process will begin. Once those preliminary steps are configured, we will see this installation splash screen. Please take note of the drive where we are going to install the software. So by default, it will choose the largest drive that's available on the computer. You'll notice I've got mine set to the C drive. It's going to automatically put the installation RIP folder into that directory. Below, you'll see a list of options that we can enable or disable. And to the right, we see a list of printer choices. Now, in this splash screen, I've only got the one choice of my installation. However, you may see a long populated list. As you browse on the right for the printer type that you need, if you do not see your printer in this list, we are able to use our Printer and Profile Download Manager software to download that printer driver and then bring it into the screen on the right to install. That Printer and Profile Download Manager is located in our website under the Support pull-down window, Driver and Profiles. In this area, we can click to download the application software that lets us access through the cloud services our printer and driver list. Once that Printer and Profile Download Manager software is installed and launched, we'll see the screen appear as such. You would then select your version. You would select the printer manufacturer, the printer model, and then in the list below you'll see all of the media profiles that are available. You can check on the main boxes to select them all, or you can independently choose what you would like to download. Select Download Now, browse perhaps to your desktop, and save the printer driver. The file that will be saved will be a .printinst, P-R-N-I-N-S-T. And the file will look like this. This printer driver contains a default quickset as well as a series of those media profiles we saw in the list. Again, if you do not see the printer model that you require to install in the list on the right, we can go to our website, download the Printer and Profile Download Manager software, then select the version, printer manufacturer, printer model, choose the media profiles, download the printinst, and then in this section where our printers display, we can right-click and browse for that particular file. Then we can check it on and begin our installation by clicking on the Install button. Once our installation is completed, the RIP software will automatically launch and we will see a screen prompting us to configure that printer driver that we just installed with our RIP software. There are many different methods to communicate to a printer, and certain printer models may have some options other than others. So you may see TCP/IP or a USB option. Possibly you'll see a serial cable connection, print forwarding. These choices just depend on the printer model you have. So you would select the appropriate method, click on the Configure button on the right, and set the specifications. Make sure you're communicating to the printer. After that, your installation is complete. For more documentation and videos, please visit our website at onyxgfx.com.